Let us start here with Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So we have Maslow's hierarchy of needs as a theory which was given by Abraham Maslow way back in 1943. And this theory is basically about the human needs, what a human wants. So Maslow given it a pyramidal structure, and that pyramid is basically divided into 5 segments. So we have at the bottom of it the basic needs, which are like food, water, shelter, etc. So these are the basic needs of a human being, and without which a human probably cannot survive. So these are very basic needs. Above it, there comes the second level of needs that a human would want, and this is called the safety and security needs. So safety and security needs are those kind of needs which are required by human after it has attained the basic levels of needs. So once the basic level is fulfilled, then a human wants security and safety. I'm sorry, I have written it security again. Let me rub it out and put it like this. Okay, so this is the second level of need that a human has. On the third level, as Maslow says, is the need of psychological fulfillment. And the need of psychological fulfillment includes love, friendship. So a human should have friends and relatives, and it needs intimacy. Maybe when you are lonely, you could be accompanied by some of your friends or some of your relatives. Then also describes the higher level of need, which is the personal esteem. So when you have attained all the 3 levels of you know uh, uh, levels you have attained, then you have the need of self-esteem. A self-esteem is actually the feeling of accomplishment. So you may want to have a desire to be recognized. Maybe you want some praise or respect. So these kind of things comprise self-esteem. Now at the upper level, and at the uppermost level, you have self-actualization. So this is the level where a person does not want respect, or does not require respect, or he does not want to be he doesn't have any desire, and he wants to get self-actualized. So this kind of level is very hard to attain, but very few people, you can say, have attained this. And that is why we have the pyramidal structure. So at the bottom of it, you can see that we have a larger base, which means that most of the people fall in this category, who have the need for food and water and shelter, and almost all of us have need for this, and that's why it requires the very base of the pyramid. The second level, that is the security and safety, forms the next level. That means that after you have the fulfillment of the first level, you would need this, and that comprises a smaller portion of people, and so on and so forth. When you go up, you have even lesser and lesser number of people who have attained this kind of uh, status. So very few people, as you can see at the top of the pyramid, you have very few people who have attained self-actualization level. If I compare it with the population, or you can say economic pyramid, then interestingly, we have around 4 billion people who are at the basic level. So those are the people who have barely managed to get food, water, and shelter, and they have a very basic need also, and they can afford only this, so they cannot afford anything above it. When you go up, you have even lesser and lesser number of people. So if you want to go up, you should have sufficient amount of money, you should have sufficient amount of contacts, you should have sufficient amount of resources in order to get this kind of self actualization in the end. I'm not comparing the economic pyramid with the Maslow's hierarchy pyramid, but it can give you some sort of notion that if you have resources with you and money with you, you can attain the next level of need. So a need is actually then becomes the uh, necessity. So you have first food, water, and shelter, and sex and sleep, and then you need social security or safety from others, and then you need intimacy, then you need your own self esteem, and then you have actualized yourself. So it it is also evident that unless you have the lower levels of hierarchy needs fulfilled, you would not be able to go up. However, there have been some criticisms as well about this pyramidal structure of Maslow. Some say that even love and friends are needed by the bottom people. So even if you are poor and you cannot have resources to fulfill other needs, you still would like to have friends or relatives. So it is not that you have uh, relatives only when you have a shelter. Even homeless people have friends. So you have the hierarchical structure here seems to be failing, and that is why this thing might all again come at the bottom. Even the social security is needed by people who do not have shelter. It may look surprising, but even people living in on the streets, or even beggars, need some sort of security from others. They don't want to get hit by others, and that is why security and safety is the need of people at the bottom of the pyramid as well. Even some people have self-esteem also who do not have food in their stomach. So self-esteem can also go down. So then it does not remain as a pyramid, but it is more so like a flat structure. Although self-actualization can still remain at the top, but again, another set of researchers say that self-actualization is really hard to define, and you cannot actually prove scientifically when a person has attained the level of self-actualization. So, but in a nutshell, Maslow's theory is a very good, structure and shape to the human needs, and the theory of human motivation, written by Maslow, is a very good paper that you should read. Uh, I will see you in the next lecture.